Hey, how we doing, ladies and gents? We are back. Another week of hot takes. We got a lot up our sleeve tonight. We got some great stories. We're talking sports, Final Four this weekend. We also have a special guest tonight for you guys. It's going to be a great show. We got call-ins starting at 9:30. We're talking conspiracy theories. So if there's any you believe in or any you want to debate, give us a call at 608-785-6696 and let us know what you think. Once again, those are starting at 9:30. All right, Rummel, what kind of news do we got?
It's real estate, so right up your alley since this is what you're majoring in. It starts out in Long Beach, California. This lot is approximately 4 by 90 feet, and it's selling for $18,000. Yeah, the guy, like you can see a picture of it right there. Not a lot you can fit on 4 by 90 feet, especially in that kind of rectangle.
That right
there. Yep, that little red spot. And the guy who's selling it says he's firm on $18,000 because he bought it for $18,000 because he thought he was looking at a different lot than it actually was, and he feels like he got screwed.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
This guy's an idiot.
Yeah.
First of all, let's get that right. He's an idiot. But so I thought it would have made sense if like he was selling it for 18 grand, if like something was getting put in there, like or they were adding onto a parking lot or a building. I'm like, oh, 18 grand,
No.
that would make sense,
It's just there.
Sells. But no, this guy just went on Craigslist, picked the wrong ad, paid somebody $18,000. When the guy got paid, he took the money and ran.
Yeah.
He was out of there.
How do you know? It's 0.01 acres. And how do you? He's like listing it for storage, food stand, or parking carts, bikes, not cars, carts.
Yeah, carts, like shopping carts, like homeless people, shopping carts.
Like how? It says 4 by 90 in the listing, right?
Here's the thing: if it was like, what would be the equivalent to 4 by 90? Something that's like a square. That wouldn't
That's
be
very
the worst.
small,
I
guys.
think that's like
360 square feet.
But that wouldn't be
I
the
believe.
worst. This is the worst.
How big do you think like these two rooms combined are?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
gotta
know.
be.
Schmitt, what are you estimating this lot at?
Oh, our
What do you
special
think?
guest.
Special guest Ethan Schmitt. What do you
Ethan
think about this
Schmitt.
lot?
I wasn't paying attention the whole time.
It's 4 by
We got
90.
a lot, parking lot, 4 by 90 feet, being sold for $18,000.
Not a parking lot. It's this little. It's a strip.
that?
Bad
no,
radio.
it's-
Yeah, it's that
It's bad. Yeah,
strip.
it's awful
It's a
radio.
sidewalk.
You can put like a lot of hot dog carts on there.
It's
Really
like
looks like a
sloped too. So
Yeah.
like you're really not benefiting too
It
much.
starts
off
higher
that
than
either.
it ends. You don't want that.
It like literally looks like a red carpet.
It does.
Point 0.01 acres.
This
Yeah.
guy's running like
18
the
grand.
porno Grammys out of this parking lot, and
Oh,
that's his red
God.
carpet that just stays up 365 days a year.
That's absolutely disgusting. This is LA, right? that
Long
one?
Beach.
Long. Yeah,
I mean,
doesn't-
hey.
you know.
Hold on to it. Real estate's the best investment you can
That's
have.
what
so
he's.
I mean-
That's what he's saying. He's saying he's hoping that one day a builder will come and put in a shopping center and has.
That's
to
what I'm
buy
thinking.
his-
That's what I'm
Maybe.
thinking. And he
Imagine.
might, we're all
Doubles
going to
his
look like
profits.
fools when this guy collects like $400,000 for that red carpet in a couple years because I don't know, Whole Foods decides to
Look,
get put up.
It's only a matter of time until some other idiot comes and
Yeah.
buys it. He says he has offerings ranging from 1,000 to 1,500, or not 1,500, from 15,000. So
15.
somebody's definitely, and he didn't budge on it.
What?
It's been on the market for over 500 days.
And he got a $15,000
Yeah.
bid.
Wow.
Why
And
wouldn't
he
he just
sat on
accept that? Like, just take your loss.
I don't know. He says he's staying true,
is the most
which makes
stubborn
me
human
feel
being.
like he bought it for a lot more than $18,000.
Yeah.
If he's holding true
I
to
bet he's
18,000.
lying.
Yeah, at 15, I mean, just cut your losses.
But he's
like,
probably like because he lost so much. He's like, no, I can't. But like he's just telling people like, no, I
this
can
guy's
get
an
a better
idiot.
one. Yeah,
Straight
he's an idiot.
Okay. I got two bigger idiots. All right,
Okay.
coming out of Arkansas.
Okay.
Two
yeah.
men arrested after taking turns shooting each other while the other wore a bulletproof vest. They were both arrested
yeah,
on
like-
suspicion of aggravated
Got
assault.
to call the bluff on some of
Yeah.
those Kevlar makers sometimes.
I mean, you got to check if it actually works or not.
The
We
two
just
men
took
were
their
out
word?
drinking when they told each other
Or
to
it usually
shoot them
starts.
with a .22 caliber rifle.
22 small potatoes.
Said it left a
Yeah.
red mark on his chest and that he was angry because it hurt.
What were they? What were they drinking?
Wait, so
Half
only-
Blue Ribbon?
Why?
So he
what
didn't
do you
get
think it's
like
gonna
punctured,
happen?
did he?
Yeah.
Or wait, did he? So only one of them got shot?
Yeah, but he didn't actually like get hurt. It just left a red mark, I think, on the vest, and he said he got mad because it hurt. What do you expect? Do you think this just like gonna bounce right off? This is a bullet.
Yeah, but what? So they got arrested. Why did they get arrested?
Because I guess the guy got angry at the other guy because it hurt, so he called the cops.
Well, they were also probably just shooting in their subdivision.
Oh no, never mind. I'm
Did
wrong.
Did he get shot?
Okay, so the guy that shot the guy, he got mad, loaded the clip, and the other guy wore the vest, and he unloaded a whole clip into his back, causing bruises.
Oh my God!
That's a little bit different story. So the guy put on the vest, and then because he was mad, and then he just blasted him in the back.
Yeah, so I guess the first guy wore the vest. He got shot once, and he's like, "This isn't fair. It's your turn." Guy's like, "All right, I'm letting you shoot me in the back." And then the other guy just bop, 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 whole clip.
I mean, I guess he deserves it.
It's one way to solve a dispute.
Could have just went an eye for an eye, one bullet each.
They're just dumb. Who cares?
And then they called the
this.
cops because...
Look at Chucky 1 and Chucky 2.
Yeah.
These guys scream stupidity.
There's nothing, like...
He's wearing camo.
Nothing surprising. Those are the guys that would shoot each other.
Camo and a torn
to be fair,
white beater.
they weren't wrong. The bullets didn't go through.
They weren't wrong. To be fair,
they're still idiots.
they have their lives.
Oh, yeah.
But
No,
they're
idiots.
we agreed on them being idiots.
This is like, I feel like these two should be on Moonshiners.
Yeah.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Or I feel like this is a live PD call. Like I feel like I would hear about this all the time.
That would fit. That would fit.
Yeah. Rogers, Arkansas.
What
do you got?
I have a story that might
man.
be equal on par.
Dude looks like a thumb.
Yeah, it's a thumb, man. And he choked a cashier for putting canned goods in the same bag as potato chips.
Okay.
At a grocery store?
At a grocery store, yes.
I mean, to be
I'm
fair,
not gonna
I've
lie.
seen some stupidity that I've wanted to choke people out
Yeah.
for. Like, I've seen somebody put like the eggs in the bottom of the bag and then just started throwing in the heaviest stuff. And I just looked at them and I was like, "Are you really gonna do this in front of my face?"
Sure.
What point do you get in your life though where you're willing to strangle a woman over a bag of Lay's?
This is
like what?
This is how it happened. So
Maybe
he was
having a bad day.
He was bagging them, and then he puts the chips, canned goods in the same bag, and the guy who strangled the cashier says, "Do you have a problem with me? Because I have a problem with you."
Oh.
And then the cashier's like, "Do you?" And like kind of laughed it off, and then he lunges at him and chokes him.
Oh.
He's big boy too.
He's a big boy.
He's got some beefy hands. If you're getting strangled out by that, like you might not stand a chance.
Like, what's going on?
Yeah, he's had to have been. You have to have
my
a pretty
God.
bad day to be choking out cashiers at giant food store.
That's what he said. He said he said he was having a bad day, and this issue with the chips just sent him over the edge.
See, my question is like, where is he shopping at? You can easily do self-checkout.
It's at giant food store in
That's what it's called.
Fairview Township in Pennsylvania.
a giant food store.
It's just
That's
called
what
a
it's
giant
called.
food
That's-
store.
You think they would easily have check out yourself?
Does this guy though
You're
look
like,
like
don't
he's
wanna
gonna
be
check
social.
his own?
I don't
food
know
out?
if he'd know how
I think
to.
he went in there looking for the fight. I think he's just.
He looks like an
He's
ex-military
got the left
guy.
eye squint too going
He
on.
was in Vietnam.
Yeah, he's completely bald. He looks like he's got a little bit of an Osama bin Laden beard going. I'm gonna describe it to you.
Salt and pepper.
And then he just looks like Mr. Clean up top with just like he waxes that thing.
See, he probably went in there looking for a fight. He's like, this is the giant supermarket.
Yeah.
And he couldn't find a fight, so he just had to, give
Take
him with
it
the
out.
cashier.
Yeah.
You know,
Where's
give
his
him some
neck?
wisdom.
That's the real
If
question.
he took off his shirt, his whole body. It's not an arm sleeve of tats. It's his whole body.
Yeah.
He did 10 years in prison for killing his ex-wife.
He's
but
a-
somehow got
built
out
like a dwarf.
because he's white.
He's a
It's-
neo-Nazi.
this-
100%
he screams
skinhead.
white supremacist.
Yeah,
I
he's a
looked at him and
skinhead.
instantly thought I recognized him from one of those videos
I
of people hitting
completely
people with
agree.
cars at a peace rally.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt about
He
it.
looks like a guy that would blow up a mosque.
He's main character in American History X before he makes the change. Honestly.
You can easily see a swastika that's going to be on his head.
That's why he wears so many clothes.
Yeah, he
Cover
wears
it
a bunch of
all up.
layers.
Exactly. That's why he's not showing any skin.
I mean, he's built like a battering ram, though.
Yeah, he's a
and
big
he
boy.
can't take shots to the neck, so it's almost like his choke is his go-to move because they can't choke back. There's nothing to
Yeah.
grab there.
He looks like Josh Sitton.
You know
He's a
that
big
beard has
boy.
3 months of leftover Chinese buffets and barbecue in it. That guy does not look.
It's literally it's got the white in the middle and then black on the sides with hints of gray. It's the Osama bin Laden special.
Does he do it on purpose? You think?
Yeah, all of him and his brothers, all of him and his clan members.
Oh God,
they all got the same thing going on.
They have they dye each other's beards.
If I was the cashier, I would not have started laughing at this guy and said, "Do you?" I would not. I would just been like, "Hey man, I'm sorry."
But how do you even respond to that?
I don't know. I might have laughed at
when
him.
Did he
not
let go? Did he was he like Homer Simpson choking Bart?
I wish we knew.
Wiggling him around,
or actually attempting to kill this human being over a bad day. Who knows?
All I know, moral of the story, he's a greaseball.
Yeah, he's a pure greaseball.
That is your greaseball of the day, brought to you by Hot Takes.
And a skinhead. He's absolutely a skinhead.
We'll put a picture of him on Twitter for all you people wondering what he looks like after the show.
We'll put us side by side, Osama bin Laden and this guy, and you'll see what I'm talking about. This beard.
All right, you got another?
Me? I do not.
I do.
Oh, you do?
Okay. I have another
after this too.
At a vegan rally, everyone was there supporting being a vegan and natural and whatever. Guy comes in with a decapitated squirrel and eats it raw in front of vegans. He's just taking bites out of the squirrel, and then his shirt says veganism is malnutrition.
I saw this, dude. All the vegans' faces were horrified.
He just walked through just eating a raw squirrel. This is some Bear Grylls.
Yeah, there's blood all over him. He just looks like a freak.
That's like if Bear Grylls and Ben Shapiro had a kid.
I mean, vegans get mad. They talk a lot of smack, but will they fight? Will they?
No, the cops escorted him out. The cops took a little bit to get there, and then they escorted him out. I don't think one vegan said a thing.
I feel like you can make vegans very mad, and they're very in your face, but when it comes down to it, I don't think vegans are gonna just.
Joe Rogan said one of the worst social media fires he got was from the vegan group when he talked about he put #vegan on one of his elk meat pictures. And he said he got hate mail and hate comments for months, flooding from vegans.
Here's the thing: how would a vegan protester come in and do it? Would they bring a stalk of broccoli at a meat convention, at an NRA convention?
I feel like everyone would just laugh at them.
Yeah, but they just eat it. They're what? How would they do that? How would they go about that?
Can't.
There's no comparison.
It's only a one-way street, and it's straight down Vegan Avenue.
Because imagine a bunch of meat eaters good on you. I don't know.
They would laugh. I feel like they'd laugh at you and start throwing meat at you. You'd lose.
Just choke them out with a
if a meat eater guy, if that squirrel dude walks into vegan, they start throwing broccoli at him. He's just gonna be all broccoli, right, whatever. You walk into a meat convention,
you get shot
as a vegan. You're getting blood. You're just getting everything tossed on you. I don't
pig's blood. All.
I think they'd cry. I think the vegan might cry if they get.
Schmitt, what do you?
I'll tell you what, dude. Squirrels. I pulled up to Cleaver's house today, and I was getting my guitar out. I literally looked down, dead squirrel. I kid you not. And I didn't notice. And I literally jumped. I got scared. I was so scared. And I looked, and his head was kind of crushed. And I don't know if there's dead squirrel head guts or whatever on my foot. I'm very scared of squirrels. So the fact that this guy came in with a squirrel. It's just crazy to me.
And he ate it,
dude. Squirrels in lacrosse, they are
ate it.
Yeah, that's true. He ate the head. He gnawed on the head.
My house is Pet Cemetery. It is Pet Cemetery. I'm not kidding you. First semester, somebody put a dead bird in my mailbox. Some drunk guy just found a dead bird, and he's like, "Oh, that'll be great."
Just
morning mail.
It.
Yeah, just put a bird in there. It was pretty small though. It was like a cute little chickadee. Yeah,
black cat chickadee.
I walk into my house the other day, and just sitting right in front of my house, just squirrel destroyed. Just flat. Somebody ran it over and then tossed it in my yard.
Yeah, dude. There was one of those.
These dead animals keep popping up in my yard. If I find a dead rabbit or anything, I'm gonna question it all.
Yeah.
Well, it's like the Ice Age, dude. They all froze up under in our alley. They all just froze up underneath the ice, and they died and they got crushed. First of all, probably because they're eating so much of the garbage around here.
Yeah,
they're probably dying
we
from
have some
that.
fat squirrels.
And then they just died, and now they're all melting. It's just there's dead stuff everywhere.
Lacrosse
looks like a landfill right now.
Yeah. Right now,
It's bad.
Yeah,
It's Haiti. It is Haiti
is.
out there.
Haiti.
I don't think
Good
you
Lord.
can walk 5 steps without just a piece of plastic or some trash or
That's 'cause
anything.
It's like October.
Every time snow would melt, and then like everyone's like, oh, whatever, you know, and everyone would just litter. Everyone's walking home from Quick Trip hammered. They eat their pizza, they toss their box or their breadstick bag, whatever. Snows more, gets covered. All the snow melts. I come back, and it looks like we're living in Haiti or Brazil. There's trash everywhere. I literally had a
Somewhere in South
trash
America.
river going down my alley.
Trash
I was
river.
literally water was flowing, and all the snow was melting, and there was just trash floating
trash-
down. It was disgusting.
The trash Amazon was in Cleaver's
That was the first time I
backyard.
was ever actually motivated in my life without getting ordered to have like community service to want to go pick up trash outside. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what? I might go pick up some trash. And then I'm like, no, I'm not, because tomorrow's Friday and everyone's gonna be hammered and I'm gonna
Yeah,
walk
just-
out and I'm gonna see the same thing
Yeah.
in 2 days. It's horrible.
Yeah, I've seen some ditches that look really bad. You know,
It's
like
disgusting.
it's
dude.
piled up
It's
in there.
horrible.
Hey, next news story.
Yep.
All right. So this one is a Argentine football fan brings his grandfather's skull to the title celebrations so he wouldn't miss the occasion. His skull,
How thoughtful.
I mind you.
It's just a beautiful.
Did he have a Ouija
heartwarming
board in his bag
moment.
he brought in with
He
him
didn't.
too?
You know what he had? He had a skull. His grandfather's
Oh
skull.
my, that is the
That's what he
creepiest
had.
thing I've ever heard in my entire
Where does
life.
his grandfather's skull sit in his home?
That's a good question. Probably on his.
Probably just right in
His
his
pillow.
nightstand.
Is it
right
like
next to his
is it like an
water.
urn? Like it just sits above his, and he's like, "Hey, man."
And also, how would his grandfather's
Grandpa's
skull
up
be
there.
decayed already unless he like recently died? Here's a picture of this psychopath.
This dude just walks around with his grandpa's skull.
And he's shirtless, folks.
And
He is shirtless, pressing the skull against his chest.
Jeez. He looks like he could be an Amazon forest like native. He's
I
creepy.
mean, they
bro.
take it
Argentinians are crazy.
serious down there.
Yeah, with soccer,
Like-
dude. There's like a story. There was a ref that messed up a call.
Didn't he get killed?
Cut the ref's head off. Put it on the corner flag.
My dad went down there for
What is
like
going
a
on?
for like a business trip, and he
Yeah.
went to a soccer game, and like they apparently the riot they have riot gear, like
Yeah.
police that block off
yeah.
the home team's like fan section because they split down the middle, and they give the visitors like 15 minutes to get out of there.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
There's nothing like it,
something's
dude.
gonna go down.
They go into the
So
stadium.
any game I
Yeah.
ever go to soccer, I am wearing the home jersey.
Well, just in like South America. England
Okay.
would be fine.
I think it'd be kind of a cool experience to
Dude,
go
they
to.
like
they go
or Turkey.
hard.
Turkey's bad, dude. They like light flares. They'll throw flares at the players and stuff. It's nuts. You should see some videos, dude. Soccer gets
Jeez.
nutty when you get to some of these foreign countries. Like no one cares about it here in
Jeez.
America, but like
Nope.
when you go, it's big.
Actually,
Like,
isn't it the Women's World Cup this?
who cares?
Yeah, this
Summer-
year I think
Hey man, this
Dude,
we
you know what?
win in the
Yeah.
the Women's
Yeah.
World Cup.
You know what?
We lose in the men's.
women are better. I don't care what anyone says. The women are
I got
better
a little
because the
stat.
women win.
I got a little
No,
stat.
no. Listen though. Who did the men lose to not get in last time? Was it like the smallest country in the world?
No.
What was
no.
it?
It was
Germany's youth team.
No, it
I
was
don't
not
know.
Germany.
No, I've
It
got
was
a
a
fun fact.
tiny
I've got a
country.
real fun fact
You
about
know
the
what
women's
others-
national team.
I have a fun fact about them too.
Okay, the women's national team lost a scrimmage to a U16 Houston club team, 6-1.
I'm not saying they're better than the
16-year-old
guys, but I'm
boys.
saying in their level, in their
Sure,
league, they're better.
Congrats, but like, there's
The women,
It's awful.
if they lose a game, they don't get paid. If the men win
Yeah.
or lose, they get $27,000 each.
but
The
how
women
many
lose, they get
people?
nothing.
But how many people watch the women's compared to the guys?
Honestly, in the United States, I think it's changing a lot more. A lot of
No,
people
it's not.
watch
That
women's.
probably only around World Cup time.
Yeah, it's
like,
only
I
World
can't-
Cup,
I
and it's only
guess.
the final.
I guess
no one
World
cares
Cup.
about the other games.
The men didn't even
Ah,
make
that's
the
not
World
true.
Cup
I care
though.
about the other
Do you?
games. They get hyped. Yeah.
Nah, the
Men
stadium
did
don't
not
get,
make
Watch
the
them,
World
you
Cup.
get, like,
the stadium doesn't get filled.
no, but they don't have
No, yeah.
don't show the camera angles of the stadium
Yeah,
not filled because
but
that
they
just
always
depresses
do.
me.
They
Yeah.
do.
They just have to prove that point. But
All
I
right.
don't want to see it. Not this
Speaking
time.
about sports,
Oh, yeah. AAF, we talked about this last time, how they were the ship was sinking, and the ship has sunk. Suspended football operations. 2 weeks left in the regular season. So, yeah. Obit
That's
of
sad.
the week.
That is
AAF,
sad.
gone.
The NFL is a monopoly that
forgotten.
needs to be stopped. I hate the
Yeah.
NFL.
it's just, I mean, there's no way
it's
they
a,
can.
It's
yeah.
a courtroom.
They
out
are
there.
a monopoly.
It's
There's
literally
no
a courtroom.
competition.
If you watch a
Yeah.
game, every play, there's penalties or reviews
Yeah.
or somebody made a bad call. People were literally writing petitions in the city of
Yeah.
New Orleans because they lost. Like, are you kidding me?
That was a bad
Over
call.
Okay.
That was an awful
But
call. But
I get it.
You can't
But like
change that.
then again, like That's the one time they didn't go to the box. You know what I mean? Like, they always do. It gets so annoying.
Yeah, that was bad though.
Well, you actually can't go to the box on like a
On pass
missed
interference, yeah.
missed call,
So it's a missed call, but like now you can.
well, what's the only fix to that?
Yeah, but like I don't know. Like if it's something like that, it's not the worst. But if it's just like a second quarter first down that you're like missing out on, that's ridiculous.
The thing is, it was just such a blatant
yeah, that was bad
hit, and
was
they
so bad.
they literally would have like won the game if they called that
would've.
penalty.
Exactly. That's why it's
I
like,
guess.
Zero doubt
The
about it.
NFL just, I don't know. Roger Goodell. I hate
Yeah,
Roger
it's
Goodell.
basically he's.
It's all
screwing
Roger
the
Goodell.
pooch.
it is a monopoly. I agree because like there's no competition.
Nobody else is going to come in.
No
You
one
think the
can come in.
XFL with Vince McMahon and Triple H at D-line, it's not going to
It's
happen.
not going to be serious.
John
football.
Cena.
Like,
It's going to be
star
2
quarterback.
pay-per-views, and then John Cena is going to be like, I'm retiring.
Rey
from-
Mysterio is going to be the #1 slot receiver.
Yeah, it's just...
For the San Diego
somebody's going to
SmackDown.
die. They're going to bury him. Then he's going to come back to life in the second half. Like
The Undertaker.
the Undertaker's going to just come out.
That would actually be one of the
Triple
funniest
H
things
is
I've ever
going to come
seen.
out do the you know what he does.
Yeah,
DMX,
Degeneration
yeah.
X, bro.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
God, every single time.
It's disgusting.
Another football news, I guess. Jordy Nelson
Yeah.
retired. It's done.
He's
but
looking to sign a
yeah.
one-day
Oh,
contract.
I was just gonna. Yeah, I was gonna talk about that. It was just a one day. I thought
It's
he was
just
talking
one
about
day.
playing.
he did say that
No.
if Roger, well, he didn't say
Yeah.
he would come back. He said if Rodgers called him and said that they needed him, it'd be tough to say no.
It'd be
And
tough to
that's-
say no. That's
yeah.
what he said.
I wouldn't be
yeah.
against
But
it.
I'm pretty
Give
sure
him a veteran deal.
Didn't Gronkowski say the same thing or something along those lines? Like he would come back if they absolutely needed him for like a game
Maybe.
or something. I thought
Just
it was
for a
one
game.
game. He's like, I'm coming back.
Well,
Gronk. He
who-
just
who
gets
came to
his
the Packers
9
back for the-
metallic braces on every leg
Who-
and arm.
was it James Jones who came back? For
Yeah, I
the
think so.
Packers that one season?
Yeah.
That helped.
I
He
mean,
played well.
It's all this talk because Jason Witten's going back too.
Yeah, that's true.
And have you seen his hair? He looks like Terry Bradshaw. It's horrible.
Yeah, he
James-
does.
James Jones coming back helped the Packers a lot because it was a reliable target that Rodgers had like familiarity with. And,
Yeah, that was big.
you know, yeah. Jordy Nelson coming back, I could see him, just doing that one last preseason game, just like whatever.
Yeah.
his last
Just to
catch.
tear his ACL in
Send
the
off.
preseason again.
Gronk's gonna be hammered somewhere in LA
Yeah.
doing a movie.
Oh
or
yeah, no, there's
something.
no shot. That
Gronk's
comes
not coming
He's
back.
not
Once he gets a
coming- yeah.
taste of the free life,
If-
he's not coming back.
If Belichick calls, Gronk's not coming in sober.
He's gonna go smoke dope on the
And I
beaches.
feel like they know that, and they would never call
Yeah.
Gronk back.
he's an animal. You can't cage
Also,
him.
I don't think we need Jordy Nelson back. Like,
No,
It's not
per se,
he's
pressing.
old.
right now.
He's old.
No.
If they get DK Metcalf,
Yeah.
that would be
He's
sweet.
projected,
I know that would be sweet if
We'll
they
see.
actually do it.
but I think we need a tight end. So
And we need a tight end. I think that's
I'm
more
kind
important.
of against
I want
the Metcalf.
Hawk or Fant, both from Iowa. Both are good.
I'm thinking linebacker or DN. Our defense is kind of like a little weak.
Yeah.
See, we got Jimmy Graham at tight end. Yeah, he wasn't that
Yeah.
good, but you can easily get like a veteran tight end like Lance Kendricks or whatever to back him up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
And
Like,
Yeah, we have DN set. I'd say at 12, pick best possible. I think that's the best choice. Whoever's on the board, as long as it's not like a quarterback position we absolutely don't need, pick best available. Like if Ed Oliver falls that far, that's a steal. He's good. He's a killer.
At some point, we got to think of, like replacing Rodgers.
Yeah.
My idea is wait till next year
I'd do
and get
next
Trevor
year.
Lawrence. Or would he be 2 years from now?
No, he's next year if he
Yeah,
wants.
that's what I'm thinking.
But that would be, we'd have to trade up
Trade
or
down. Yeah. Well,
play
we got
awful.
that. We got that extra. Was it 30th pick?
This year, yeah.
Yeah. Like, how good do those usually pan out compared to like Trevor Lawrence, elite quarterback?
Yeah, we should take like a little guess on who's going to be the worst team in the league next year. And
Well, we've seen
Trade
what
for them.
the Packers are like without Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
It's
I don't even
awful.
like watching.
and we don't have a
fun.
back. We
Yeah.
don't have a backup either. At least when Favre was playing, we were like, oh, we got Rodgers.
Yeah.
We got
we got
that's
pretty
going
lucky
on
with
for
that
us.
one, but
That's what I hate about the Packers. They literally, every time Rodgers is even remotely hurt, Packer fans are like, oh, our season's over. And you know it is because
Yeah.
it's like, it's sad, but it's true. You know it's over. Like when Rodgers went down against the Bears, everyone was so pissed. But it's like, you need a halfway decent quarterback, or backup quarterback. That's just a known
Yeah.
fact. Like, sorry, but Hundley's not that good.
Hundley got
I'm sorry,
traded.
but he's not. I know, but he was the backup.
now we have Kaiser, and he's not that good either.
Kaiser, exactly. Why do we have these guys?
I
They're
don't know.
not that good at all.
Like
at all. And Rodgers, I
Here's
hate
the
to say
thing.
it, but he only has a couple years left.
this year, I think we have one of the best supporting casts. If we can get a wide receiver, a tight end, maybe a safety and middle
Browns have a
linebacker.
better supporting cast than we do.
Okay, yeah, the Browns
Yeah,
do, but
but
they also have
that's-
the most cap space in the league, so they could sign all these players. Like we have like enough to sign.
Packers aren't
We did
aggressive
make-
at all in free agency.
Well, we
Sign
did
3.
this year.
That's good. That's good.
We
That's
did this
big.
year. This
Yeah.
year we were
This
very
year, I guess.
aggressive. This
Yeah,
year
see,
it was
this
like
year
the
that was good,
most
though.
4.
the most
Yeah.
most moves we've made. I think in like it was like the
It's
past.
probably a decade.
It was like the past 10 years
Yeah.
combined.
Because you didn't have Ted Thompson anymore,
Yeah.
whoever it was before.
yeah, it was that.
That's
Thompson.
why
was trash.
change,
Now we have
change is coming.
We got the Smiths. We got 2 edge rushers, so that's big. We got Amos, good safety, super good safety, one of the best in the league. And then
We
Billy
got a
Turner, an
a
offensive
guard,
line.
yeah.
Yeah, he's an interior lineman. So he's all right. I've heard he's not the best, but the other 3 signings, I'm sold on.
Yeah, but compared to like Ted Thompson, you couldn't get anyone. Like when
No.
when we signed Julius Peppers,
That was
a
huge.
crazy hit.
Yeah,
I
that
was like,
was.
I might get a jersey because this is the first time ever we've got a free agent.
Yeah.
And you're always like reading those blogs like possible free agents, like, oh, is this the year? Is this the year? No, it's never the year. It's always just get as many draft picks as possible and build to the draft. And he didn't
and
draft
we
anyone.
Yeah.
wasted the draft
We
picks
did
too.
a lot of years. we did.
Cheeseburger Lacey, Exhibit A. He had a good Rookie of the Year season.
Yeah.
But you got to put a weight limit on his contract.
Wasn't Clinton Dix on that?
Yeah,
That
if
year
you
too?
have to
That's
put a
bad
weight
year.
limit on a guy's contract and he's not even a lineman, that's a problem. That is a big problem
he's
you
a-
need to face.
If he's a running back,
He's a running back and he weighs as much as some of the guards. Like, get
That
a
is
grip.
putrid.
He's like,
Yeah.
I don't even understand
It's
it.
rough.
I don't understand it at all.
Okay,
Masters.
yeah, just a little
Golf?
Masters news
Little golf?
since it's
Yeah.
coming up. I think it's next
Okay.
weekend. Changes to the 5th hole. We all knew they were coming, but the first picture of like what it is and the layout came out today. They pushed the tee box 45 yards back, so they made the hole to a 500-yard par 4, which is a little lengthy, and they added 19 mega hardwoods, 8 mega pines, 13 hardwoods, 77 pine trees,
I don't know what this
200
means.
bushes,
Makes it
83
harder.
holly plants, and 77 other plants were added to the hole.
That's a lot of brush to shoot into.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot of brush.
I'm a mini
All I'm
golfer,
saying is,
so.
I'm all in on Ricky Fowler. This is going to be the time he closes it. Ricky Fowler is the face of golf. Ricky Fowler is a stud, and I'm all in. He is taking it this year. It's happening.
We got Bubba Watson in there.
Chokes. He chokes out in the beginning. He chokes out at the end, I mean.
I am like the biggest Ricky Fowler fan. I'll tell you what. Like I had that stupid flat brim, like neon colored orange hat. Like I was on the golf course. Of course, like cargo shorts. I would literally beat myself up if I saw myself today like that. Like it was disgusting.
His new hats are pretty cool. The one with, like the Puma P with it like on the top, like, and that's kind of bent.
They still have the flat brim, or is it bent?
It's bent more. Like it's still pretty flat, but the other thing about this hole is like it was averaging like 4.16 scoring last year, and they changed it already. So like it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, and it already was
Yeah.
pretty tough.
I can see Ricky like hitting into the new stuff they added because he's never won like a major. So he's literally like everyone's rooting for you, bud. Come on, like you look cool. I don't know where you went to school, but it was definitely a cool college. I think it was Miami.
No, he played at Oklahoma, or not Oklahoma. I think he played at Oklahoma State. I want to say
Random.
He also okay,
that's
but
why he wears those orange pants.
he wheels hot chicks too. I'll tell you what, the dude is like
His
the
wife
coolest
is-
golfer ever.
That's why I love Ricky Fowler. He changed golf. Like, besides, like, there's like a John Daly factor.
Yeah,
That's
John
a different
Daly.
changing golf.
That's
I'm
great.
talking about Ricky Fowler coming out on the course and just not caring about dress code the slightest bit at all. It was sweet. Like, he actually
That's
looked
fair.
like a stud out there compared to everyone else was in their all black and, normal golf hats. And he just comes out there bright orange.
Yeah.
Just the young guy on the course. He's like, I don't care. I just don't care.
Did you guys hear the Phil Mickelson story and Jake Owen, the country singer?
Yes, that was hilarious.
Yeah. So apparently, like, it was the day after Phil and
Tiger.
Tiger
their
played
thing,
against
yeah.
each other, and Jake Owen was like at this party or event or whatever, and he was wasted.
It was a wedding. It was
it was at Jordan
wedding.
Spieth's wedding, yeah. And he walked up to Phil and he's like dropping F-bombs and he's like, "You owe me like $30, man." Like he's like, "That's the like worst golf I've ever seen played." You hype this whole thing up. I mean, he just keeps like cussing him out.
Yeah.
And Phil Mickelson just goes, he pulls out like a wad of cash and grabs $100 bill and just goes, "Yeah, I won 90,000 of these yesterday," and just throws it at him and he says, "Take 100 and go F yourself." Right in my, and then he just like walked
It
away.
was bad, dude. Jake Owen, he said he was just hammered. Yeah, he just went up to him. He's like, "You owe me $29.99 because that's how much the
Yeah,
pay-per-view
yeah.
was." And just could you imagine that? He's like, "Yeah, I made $9 million yesterday. Take 100. I don't care. Just get away from me."
And
That's crazy.
on top of that, like later they were paired. Jake Owen and Phil Mickelson were paired
It was
for
like
the
a
Phoenix
celebrity
Open
thing.
Pro-Am.
Oh, so they're gonna play together now?
Yeah, they had
That's
to.
funny.
It's
Whatever,
not
they'll
even-
get
That's
over
funny.
it. He'll be like,
Didn't
"I was
forget it.
hammered, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever."
You didn't
He'll think
forget
it's a
the
funny
story.
story. Final four.
Yeah. Ooh.
Well, it's 9:31.
I still
Ooh.
need to. I need to celebrate.
It's
my,
9:31.
Hold on.
Let's say the call-in number one more time.
Yeah, call-in number is 608-785-6696. Right after Rummel does whatever he's about to do,
Yeah,
we're going to
call
kick
in
off conspiracy theories. Tell us what you got,
Yes.
folks.
Ooh.
It's a happy day. It's a
Why is
happy
that?
day.
Why is that, Rummel?
Kentucky fell. Duke fell.
Hell.
Yeah,
Everybody,
baby.
everybody's winning. No one wanted to see those two teams in the final. and
We're
I
sick
love
of it.
I was living.
Yeah.
Ticket prices were easily cut in half by Zion not
Yeah.
coming.
Did you hear about some of the ticket prices? They're like down. Some of them you can get for like 100 something.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. As soon as,
Crazy.
if Zion was there, there'd be 1,000
Yeah.
a pop.
Oh, yeah.
Because Zion's not there, nobody cares.
Absolutely.
All I'm saying is Michigan State has to take it now.
I think so. Who do you have in the final?
Well, both my. I had Duke UNC, but
Well, who do you have?
Yeah,
Now.
it's a tough one.
I mean, who's Michigan State playing?
Texas Tech.
Texas Tech. And then on the other side, you
I think
got-
it's just going to be. I think it's
Virginia.
as much as everyone's praising Auburn and just like
They're the blue
I
blood
want
killer.
Auburn,
yanking
man.
the
I
chain.
want Auburn.
I think it's Auburn.
I
They're
think
playing
Virginia's
for.
got it. I think
They're insanely good.
it's gonna
Chumo
be
Kiki.
Virginia.
Oh, yeah.
Their boy got injured. They're playing hard. They are playing hard.
I'm gonna go with Virginia. See, I had like UNC Duke, but no, come on. Virginia's got that guy with like the Frank Ocean.
Yeah,
he
that
he
looks
had
kinda
that last
the-
second basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
See,
looks pretty cool.
how cool would it be if they went from getting upset for the first time ever by a 16 seed
To winning it.
it all, and they go through Auburn? Like Charles Barkley is gonna be just
Irate.
he's gonna do some stupid stuff. He might get kicked off TV as far as like we know. If they win, yeah, I could see it.
So you have Virginia over Michigan State.
Yeah, and then
too?
Michigan. I want Michigan State, Virginia, and half of
Okay.
me wants to be like all Big Ten, like go Michigan State.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, I like Virginia, so
Oh.
that would be fun.
Colin, let's see what it is.
Conspiracy theories
Hey,
time.
who are we talking to?
Hello?
Hey.
Hey,
what's
who
up?
do we got? Hello, who do we got?
This is Jack.
Jack, how we doing, man? How we doing?
Good, how are you doing? Doing great.
Good. What are you boys calling in for?
Conspiracy theory?
Yeah.
All
let's
right,
hear
what do
your
you got for us?
conspiracy
What's your biggest conspiracy theory you believe in? Hello?
Dude, they're listening to the.
Hello?
Yeah. What's your conspiracy theory?
Yeah, we're gonna need you
Maybe,
to
yeah.
talk, buddy, or we're gonna have to hang up on you.
Wait, okay.
You're gonna have to talk into
Talk
the phone.
through the
not listen
phone.
through
Don't
the-
listen to the computer.
Oh my god.
Okay, you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can
Yes,
hear you.
just talk through the phone.
All right, perfect.
Hello?
it's still in, that's why. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We're gonna talk the.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pause that.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna start out here. The moon landing was faked.
Moon landing was fake. We're gonna start it off big and bold. Okay, and what's your reasoning
No doubt
behind
in
this?
my mind.
No
Everyone
doubt.
at my left that the moon landing was fake.
What makes you believe that?
Well, at the time of the moon landing, it was during the Cold War, right?
Okay.
Apparently, we went to the moon on July 20th, 1969. Correct?
Okay.
That's what they tell us.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, during the time of the Cold War, Russia sent up a satellite
Okay.
in orbit of the U.S. obviously that freaked us out, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And that gave us perfect reason to say we made it to the moon because it would put us ahead of them in the space race, right?
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. I
Okay.
think, so that's the reasoning behind it. You guys.
What's
well,
is there any other reasoning behind that? I mean, like,
I have some evidence to prove that
Okay.
it's fake, but
Let's
that's
hear
the
it.
reasoning.
Okay.
So let's go back to Apollo 1, right?
okay.
If you guys know anything about that, I did some research, and the spacecraft blew up and blew on fire. Now, it killed every single one of the 3 astronauts that were in there,
Okay.
Yeah.
that were in the cabin deck. And each one of those astronauts had doubt in NASA's program that we were going to make it to the moon. So I think it was a cover-up.
You
And
think?
try to take them out to dispute the moon landing.
Now, I know
And
I know Rummel wants to have a little bit of a counter argument here. He's a little fired up, I bet. I know.
I mean,
you're not
like you can
you're
you
not-
can see the landing sites like on the moon. That's
you
the thing.
cannot until they release photo evidence from a telescope on Earth of the lunar landing still on the moon. I'll shut my case, but they haven't
You
done that
can.
yet.
You can see the points of Apollo
They have
12,
not, no.
14, and
They haven't.
17 lunar landers, as well as the paths they took while they walked and rode around the surface.
No, there's no you can't. They won't release photographs from the telescope. From any telescope
Images
on Earth
collected
of
by the
lunar
NASA
lander.
Lunar Reconnaissance Orbit were published in 2011.
They don't have one from Earth. They have satellite images, but they do not have telescope.
We're looking
view
right
from Earth.
now. We're taking a look.
So,
That looks like it's from Earth.
I mean, how are we gonna know if that's from Earth or not?
I don't know. I'm just saying, like they
So-
have their stuff published.
So let's go to another point, though.
Okay, yeah, let's hear it.
You want to look at the photographs. If you pull up some photographs, you can see there's shadows in a bunch of different directions, indicating that there's light pointing. There's different light sources to light up the picture.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Some of the rocks have writing on them, indicating that they're props. You can see crosshairs on the images that should, if it's taken from the camera, the crosshairs should overlap every single object, but they're behind a few. In
Really?
certain pictures.
What's written on these rocks, these props? Is
See.
it legible?
Just letters. You can see letters,
Okay.
and it's just they're props, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Also, why
yeah.
is
At
there
the
no
time-
stars in the picture?
Exactly. That's another point that I could bring up.
What's the other point?
Well, at the time, NASA had funding for a $30 billion budget. We're talking the 60s.
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, they recreated a movie 20 years later in the 80s of one of us going to Mars that was supposed to replicate the moon landing video. And they did that on a $2 million budget. And that was 20 years later in the 80s. And NASA did this on July 20th, 1969. They created video on a $2 million budget in the 60s, and you could make a way more grainy footage with that. You can make it a lot more believable. There's ghostly images. You can see through objects. There's a lot of evidence supporting that the moon landing was
Sure. I want to hear Cleaver's take on this because he hasn't said much.
I mean, he's making a lot of solid points. I'm looking at the pictures now.
Cleaver, let me see your computer for a second. I wanna.
Wait, why is the flag flapping in there too? Shouldn't it
that
be?
the flags are flapping.
It's not flapping. That's because
There's
they
no wind.
they put steel
No wind
wool
on the
and they
moon.
put steel rods in it, very flexible pieces of metal, and they bent it.
Okay.
That's why it's flapping.
You can see the flag moving in videos and in pictures. There's flapping.
It's flapping because they meant it to flap.
There's no atmosphere on the moon, so
I know they put
The
metal
steel rods.
in it.
Yeah, which
little
makes
tiny
sense.
ones.
Because they wouldn't want to just have a flaccid flag.
Yeah.
The American flag, they want it
Mhm.
showing.
If you want to also look into the lunar lander, apparently if we were there. So they did a bunch of test runs prior to it, and if you watch the footage of
I mean,
Armstrong
it's
trying
very
to land
interesting. It's very interesting. I don't know. I mean,
We'd have to
Well,
we'd have to look into.
yeah,
it
I'm gonna have to
more.
look into this.
We're
I can't really argue it
indecisive.
very much at this point.
That's why
Yeah.
it's a conspiracy.
I've got a lot
then,
of good
'cause you
facts.
can't
I'm not
prove
trying
it.
to change your mind. I'm just supporting what I believe.
What you believe. in.
Fair enough.
The
Well,
moon landing was faked.
That's
I mean, fair enough. You're entitled to your opinion, I guess. I mean, until it's proven, yeah, none of us can really know. So, I don't know.
Exactly.
Thanks for calling in,
Until they
man. We
release
appreciate it.
images, I'll shut my case.
all right.
All right. Have a good night, man.
So hold on. Are there any conspiracies you guys do believe in, or
I think
like question?
Cleaver. Do you have? A
Well,
few?
I like the JFK one. I'm kind of in on. I
Yeah.
think that was
I think
staged.
that's
definitely.
like a lot of people.
I
yeah.
think
Well,
it-
see, that's
if
why.
there-
Like,
if
that's
there's
why.
one
though,
that's
because
real,
it's
I
like,
think it's the JFK
yeah.
one.
And who was that by then? Do you think? Because there's lots of
Who knows?
who
What?
knows, but you think-
I don't know who, but I think with the angle he got shot at. And the
I just
footage-
think
think
the
there was
fact that
more
they
than-
won't release
yeah,
the
autopsy.
autopsy
Yeah.
report
Like,
is
there was
what's
more than
super
one person.
suspicious to me.
There's a
because
lot to yeah.
why would it matter if they released the autopsy if everybody already knew how he died?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
If
Why?
you wanna
And-
look at the
and they
angle of the
shot
top of the pyramid,
Lee Harvey
it lines
Oswald,
up
like,
with the
right away.
direct
Yeah,
trajectory
exactly.
that the bullet apparently hit JFK.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the angle. It's
That's fucked.
everything.
I actually am kind of heavily, like, I know my shit about this. So what actually happened is so Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy. So pretty much they just had him up in there, like, shooting stuff. So say he actually hit his shots, it looks really cool. But otherwise, there's a sniper in the grassy knoll. And the reason why he was killed right away is because the mob was in part of it, because, like, JFK, like, pissed off the mob or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
So-
Well, it made a lot of people mad.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's kind of the basis of that.
I think there's a decent amount. That I think that conspiracy theory has most of the backbone to it than like all other
Yeah,
conspiracy
I mean, they
theories.
just don't want to admit that they don't know who killed the president or whatever,
yeah.
or if they, you know what I mean.
And everyone likes to hate the government.
That's like
so-
saying that's like when they have a murder case, they're gonna bring in a suspect right away and say, "Oh, we have somebody," just to calm down the tension in the
Yeah.
air, but nobody knows if they're actually right.
And then he got shot so soon after.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
mean-
like, eh.
What do you guys think of 9/11 then?
That one I'm also pretty sold on, to be honest.
You think it was a
That's-
conspiracy?
Here's the thing.
Opium is a huge business.
Here's the thing. Dick Cheney
Okay.
owned all of the oil companies that they used in the war.
Okay.
So when that attack happened, it gave them the go to get into the war. Dick Cheney made money. He made
Oh,
a
yeah, he
lot
like
of
$1
money.
billion off of it.
Yeah, he made a ton of money off of that war.
Okay.
So whether or not it was staged, it's still messed up that Dick Cheney made so much money off of that war.
Well,
definitely do
war
As the vice president.
war is good for an economy.
Sure.
That's a known fact.
Sure.
War is good for economy. That's the only reason the United States is constantly in war.
But the fact
What is the real reason we're in
Yeah,
Iraq
but
right now?
you
What is the
just-
real reason we're still in Iraq? Nobody can name a real reason.
well,
Nobody.
in Iraq
we
right
don't
now.
really. Nah,
Yes, we still are. We are still in there. We're not
Slightly,
fully in, but
probably.
what was? There's no reason
We're
behind it.
consulting.
We've been
so
there for
they could
2001, so it's
defeat
been
ISIS.
18 years. Okay, but still, ISIS. I
Is,
don't think
ISIS,
it's,
ISIS real?
Yeah, is ISIS really worth putting
Yes,
army
I have
troops over
seen
there?
them cut those heads off.
Yeah,
They
that's
are
a
very
joke.
real.
I've
I
seen
don't
the
think
live
it's
leaks.
stupid. The only reason, plus opium fields, that's a huge thing. A lot of people think
Yeah.
like the FBI and DEA was in on bringing opium over from
Yeah.
Afghanistan
I'm-
and selling it.
I don't know, dude. I'm just.
It's the biggest opium fields in the world are in
I
Afghanistan.
think Dick Cheney's a slime ball. That's all I gotta
I'm
say.
a hard pass on the
On either of those?
9/11 conspiracy.
Hard
All I
pass?
know is if
I
those
think it's
guys
disrespectful.
do it
the
themselves,
government purposely did
Yeah.
they're geniuses. Those guys taught themselves how to fly on flight simulators.
Yeah.
And came to America.
Well, box
and they,
cutters.
like the fact that they actually pulled it off, like as bad as this sounds, is insane.
it. They're also not.
Yeah. It's messed.
They're not trying to land the plane.
You can't give them props.
No,
It's
but I'm
hard to
saying it is
yeah.
insane. Like, because think about it. This is, well, I mean, we never flew in airports when we were that age. We were 3 years old, 4
Yeah.
years old. But like now you go through an airport
It's nothing like
and
it
then
was.
12 guys pull that off, or however many guys it was,
Yeah.
16. No way.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah. I don't know.
So if they had help on the inside,
I
could make
yeah.
sense.
saying the U.S. government crashed 2 planes and then took down those 2 towers
Here's the
intentionally.
thing. They killed how many people died? Like 2,000 some.
Oh, I think more than that.
Wasn't it like
I think it was 2,000.
Because a lot of people are still
30,000.
dying from like different cancers from the
but
cleanup
like just
sites.
the direct like
wasn't it like
impact.
30?
I don't think it was 30. I don't think it was
It was
that
more
many.
than 2. Those
Yeah,
buildings
it was
were like
a lot more than
80
2. Only
stories
like
tall.
2,000 died in Pearl Harbor.
6,000.
It's a lot of people.
2,000. Yeah, 2,996 people were killed.
Wow.
So like, if you're a real slime ball, and to make that much money off of
Billions.
the death of what percentage of the United States? 0.000000001, lower than that.
Yeah, but
like that's
like,
a risk you'll take.
another
I mean,
thing
it's
is
messed up.
That's super messed
Yeah,
up.
It's messed
Most
up.
messed up thing I've ever heard.
That's what I'm saying.
Like people hate like serial killers. The best serial killers have killed what, 20 people?
Yeah,
a lot more than
These
that,
guys are
dude.
killing 3,000.
it's true. It's just they don't take the heat.
I mean, they tried to do it multiple times before that, though.
Yeah.
Like, with bombs underneath and stuff like that. So
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. Schmitt, do you have
I'm
any?
against that one.
Yeah.
so.
well,
Are
that
we still
one's-
talking about 9/11 and stuff?
you, if you have any
sure,
word on
whatever.
that,
Well, I don't know. It's kind of weird for me because my brother was born the day before. But a small fact is like I don't know the guy who owns the building. I think he got like goes to work there every day, and just for some reason that day he didn't show up. Like there's some point like that. So, and yeah, he collected the insurance. Yeah,
yeah, I saw
all the
that.
insurance.
I've
So
seen that.
if that's not a telltale point, and also like there's a lot of gas and stuff there, and that's a lot of money and stuff. So there's that point. But I would like
Yeah.
to introduce one conspiracy.
Okay.
Australia is not real.
That's a. We need to get into the bad ones because there's a lot
That's
of bad ones
awful.
out there.
That is awful. I have a friend studying abroad in Australia right now.
Honestly, I kind of believe it. I'm like 50-50 on it.
You're 50-50 on
Okay,
this.
here's this.
You
So
gotta explain that.
it's okay. Australia was started because they took all the worst like criminals from England on a giant
Okay.
boat. Do you really think they're gonna take a giant boat from England all the way down to Australia when they can just get like I don't know, like a fourth, not even like a 20th of the way there? Just push them all off into the ocean and just go back
Okay,
and just be like, oh, we got them.
I get that, but like, where would they be?
It
Yeah,
still it does. Okay, it's supposed to be an island off of like South America, so they're pretty much in Chile, is what like. And okay, here's the stupid part: is all the Australian accent are actors, which yeah.
Oh no, they are
yeah, I don't
not.
believe that part.
That
That's
is
where
not
that's why I'm like that's BS. But think about it. Hello, mate. Like it's an easy accent. Anyone can do it.
Yeah,
Literally, like I could do it when I was like 10, not even. without
okay,
trying.
but a small island off of Chile is where they.
not a small island. It's like
It's got to be huge.
Think
'cause
about it,
Australia's massive.
all of it is just kind of like desert stuff. Like, has anyone actually just gone in a straight line across it?
I mean, I'm guessing someone has.
like riding a kangaroo?
There's
Kangaroo Jack.
24.6 million people in Australia. That means they have to have 24.6 million actors. Also, do you think kangaroos are living by South America? South America is one of the wettest, like, it's literally half of it's a jungle in South America. How is there going to be
Yeah.
deserts
And, like dingoes.
and kangaroos everywhere and
Dingoes.
the Great Barrier Reef?
Yeah, there's
Well,
and,
People know
No,
exactly.
I've seen one too that the people don't think the moon is real.
yeah, I've seen that. I've seen
Yeah,
that.
they think it's.
It's a
And then what's
hologram.
the other one? Oh, there's a secret planet. Like
I have one.
that's also
I know
floating
the,
around our
the,
solar system.
The
That's another
government.
one.
There's one that the government controls the weather.
I've seen that one too.
Yeah.
Actually,
That's
That's
this one
from
has,
like planes.
yeah
Yeah,
this-
there's like the
The
stream, the trail,
trails,
jet trail.
contrails,
Yeah.
yeah.
contrails.
Yeah.
that's what
there's
they
a
are.
lot of the stuff. Like they also
Yeah.
there was one about contrails from the government, like government testing,
Mhm.
and it causes like disabilities, and
My-
that's like and like
God.
HIV and all that
I-
stuff.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The, the contrails caused HIV. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little stretch. Can we all agree though that aliens are real?
Yeah, I agree in it.
I agree aliens are real, but I was
Whether-
thinking in my head, like, what if that's how Freddie Mercury went? He just got a little bit of something out
On
of
a
the air from
contrail?
a contrail.
Did you know
Like,
that?
Freddie Mercury didn't get it from all the
Wait,
gay
Ru-
sex he
Rumble,
had
Rumble,
or
Rumble.
injecting of needles or anything like that. He got it from a contrail.
You were the only one who didn't. You believe in aliens? Right?
Yeah,
I believe in
Well,
aliens
I don't know
100%.
about like
But it doesn't
Aliens
have to
are
be
out
like,
there.
here.
Yeah.
They're definitely out there.
but like
They
with
exist.
how many like our visible universe or like the universe that we know of is minuscule.
Yeah.
And there's so much in that. There's billions of stars.
Yeah.
And that's like
very
a
real.
little.
No, there
very
has to
real
be
possibility.
aliens.
There's at least like a parasite or a virus in another, and that counts as an alien.
No,
at
there's
least-
full functioning
yes,
aliens
there
somewhere.
has to be. There
For
absolutely
all
has
we
to
know,
be.
there could be another Earth. It's just too far away that we can't see it.
Yeah, I mean, there's 400,000 Earth-like planets that we know of. So I was in astronomy last semester.
What's his
so
name?
I was in astronomy first.
Dude,
Yeah.
Elon
first year.
Musk is going hard trying to find these planets.
That'd be tight. I like Elon Musk. If he found
I
it,
mean,
I'd-
yeah, but,
that'd be
like,
sweet. I'd like him to find
How
it.
light travels, like when you see this planet out there, it's like
You
you're
saw
looking.
it however many
that's-
million years
yeah.
ago.
Yeah,
which is
so
insane. That's so
you
weird
don't
to me.
See,
It's like Interstellar. Have you seen Interstellar?
yeah, that's a good movie.
Like when
R-
they
really
released it-
confusing
yeah,
and
it's
shit.
super confusing. But that's a good movie. That's one of my favorite movies.
See, yeah, same. But I believe that like ancient alien. Okay, you know how like
Ancient
Stonehenge?
Yeah, Stonehenge.
How do you explain that? You couldn't even do that like today. Like it would be
Yeah.
really hard. Or like okay, they
that
had
was in the Paleolithic days though,
Yeah.
so they didn't really have any.
they had like this professional mason in like Giza look at pyramids, and he's like, the way these stones are cut, we couldn't even do with today's technology.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff out
Yeah,
there.
and-
I want to go back to the cloud. Oh,
You
Yeah,
can't.
we'll
you,
talk
no,
about it.
I
The
agree with
weather
that too.
thing.
Ancient aliens, they have perfect etches in rocks. Pick it up.
Yeah. Hey, what are we talking about?
Hunter,
Oh, what's up,
Hunter, what's up, man?
what's up?
How we doing?
Good.
Let's hear your conspiracy theory.
Yes, I have one about Tony Evers and Russia.
Tony Evers in Russia?
Yeah.
Jesus, this is deep.
Okay,
This is. I have never heard of this, but
Okay.
sure.
I heard this on the BBC, all right?
The
So,
What?
this is what it says. This
BBC.
is what it says, okay?
heard on the BBC.
It said that Russian bots, you know how, like, on Facebook, they'll try and guide you one way or another, like, based on what you search?
Yeah.
Russian bots have, like, tried to divide, like, votes up in Tony Evers to get Democrats and stuff because we have a Republican president, to divide America up state by state, like 50-50, Democrats versus Republicans, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they want to divide up the country and make up. It's basically Russian, like, taking over the country is what they're trying to do.
Meddling.
I didn't hear
Yeah.
one
Russia's
sliver
coming
of
for-
like. So what actually
the-
happens
yeah,
with
what's
these
the
bots?
evidence?
The
You
bots are
bel-
trying to
yeah.
persuade
Where's the
one
evidence?
They
side.
persuade votes and stuff.
What do the bots do though? I'm confused. Do these bots try to
They
talk
give
to you,
you
or
no.
these
They
fake
give you
people?
like so.
Oh,
since a lot
biased,
of
like,
people
news?
like get their. It's terrible, but they get their news off like
Yeah, it's
Facebook and
horrible.
Twitter and
Yeah.
stuff from all these like random
like
unreliable
Barstool
people.
Sports.
And
Right.
like what the bots do is they purposely like only give you the news stories and like biased fake like media and like biased media, and they try to skew you to one way. Is what
Yes.
That
I mean. It's a
is-
very real possibility.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, for
Like-
sure. Like, honestly, I think the way the world's gonna end is gonna be computers. It's gonna be hacking.
Here's the-
100%.
If one side knows about this, though, both sides are using it.
Oh, like-
so it's like
I mean, we're in media studies.
Yeah,
and
but
all
Yeah.
do
media
we
is
really
biased,
care
so,
about the
like-
Russian
media is
election?
biased.
Do we actually think we're gonna hack our way into overrunning? What's his name? What's the name?
Vladimir Putin.
Vladimir
He's
Putin,
talking
you're not
about,
gonna
like, We're talking
over-
about reversed roles. Like they're trying to mess with us.
Oh well, yeah,
and
obviously.
even then, that's
I mean, it's
Look.
smart on their point. If they drive us to a civil war, it
There
just makes
has
us
been
weak.
that's
that's fair.
working around in other people's governments well before
Yeah.
the internet has been
Definitely.
been around. So
I mean,
yes,
I have
it's
one
very
within the
real.
government. I know Hillary Clinton, past election, she was taking undocumented workers in the United States, like her campaign, not directly her, but like
Yeah.
she'd give them these like fake license, and like in a lot of Midwestern states, you can go over the borders and you can vote with that ID. And
No, you gotta get closer.
Oh, and you take that ID that she made for them, and they don't have to like. All you need in these states is this
Yep.
ID,
Mm-hmm.
and you can cross over. So you can have like an Indiana
And you can
ID,
vote.
and you can be in like Minnesota, and I don't know if those states have it, but
Yeah.
you can vote there with that ID, and that's all you need, and just rack up votes, and then they get paid like $100 because that's nothing. That's nothing to the campaign, but that's
Yeah.
big for that person. Spend a day doing that, make double your normal wage.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's
I mean,
fair.
people were coming up and staying in Wisconsin to vote. in
Yeah.
our-
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's what I know Wisconsin has the rule where you can, with like the
Well, you have
other
to
states.
be in here you have to be in
It's for a
Wisconsin
a
for
specific,
a specific amount of
That's
time.
all of
before you
them.
can
It's
vote.
so they
Yeah,
were
but
staying in like
yeah.
hotels and
Yeah,
like
yeah, that's fair.
that's. I mean, I I believe it.
I don't
Yeah, it
know.
happens.
Election. I mean,
They're
yeah.
both. Every side is scheming. I don't like politics too much.
Yeah,
Talking
me
about
too. I hate talking about
going
it.
back to the government controlling the weather, though, like, you can actually. It's called cloud seeding. You can actually it's like a real thing.
Okay.
And like scientifically, you drop crystals into the clouds to like make it rain.
Really?
Yeah.
Crystal.
It's actually like
like Pop
it's a real
Rocks?
thing. You yeah.
They drop pop rocks and there's a tornado. Drop a Tootsie Roll, you got a hurricane. All right. Yeah. I mean, that would make sense maybe in areas like, say, like Arizona where they don't get enough rain to do that. But why would they be like, oh, today we're going to make it rain? Like,
you have to drop like the right it has to be like the right clouds. It has to be the right conditions. You can't just drop like a buttload of
Nimbus
silver
clouds?
iodide into a cloud and make it rain.
See, what I think the original purpose was for, because if you think about it with technology, the military government invented first, so it was probably originally used back in like Vietnam.
Yeah.
and
It was.
stuff,
They
the
used
war,
it.
yeah.
Same with like
intensively
LSD,
in
like
Vietnam.
all these things.
But
Yeah.
my viewpoint is I'm not too sure about it. Is do you think the pilots would say something like they would have to notice like something's going
Oh
on?
no, I'm
Maybe.
against the contrails like over like the commercial flights dropping stuff. I'm against that. But they do like Colorado has like a $1 million a year program just for cloud seeding, just so they can make their like for like resorts and water.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm guessing like what you were saying, Ethan, like them not questioning it, they probably just thought it was Agent Orange or like napalm. They're like, oh, we're just sending her.
A lot
They
of
don't care.
Agent
a
Orange.
lot of Agent
yeah.
Orange.
Dropped a lot of stuff in Vietnam.
We did. We did not
A
know
lot
what
of
it
different
was.
stuff.
We were dropping
There
whatever.
were people bathing in
Well,
Agent Orange
That is awful.
containers
Oh,
and stuff.
Yeah.
So dumb.
So yeah, it was literally just like, all right, we got chemicals now. Let's just drop them. We'll see what happens in the future. And obviously, with cancer and everything.
Yeah.
It's a real-
Now it's here. We got cancer.
I don't even know. It makes sense though. Like, I guess it makes sense for like in areas where you need rain and stuff. I don't know.
Should we
Bedtime stories?
Should we wait for maybe some more call-ins? But while we're waiting, let's start with some bedtime stories.
Bedtime stories? Okay.
I want to hear
Well,
Ethan Schmitt bedtime.
we're gonna
story,
save
but
him for
we'll
last, I
start with
think.
Cleaver.
I'm gonna start.
Do you
I
want?
don't-
Yeah.
no,
I've
you start.
really
You
been
start.
Thinking of one. Shoot.
I could think of one.
Okay,
guess.
well then I guess I'm gonna go. Just because we used to talk a lot about like summer painting job.
Okay.
You're wasting a lot of hours outside doing like a boring, just back and
Yeah,
forth stroke.
Yeah.
So we used to have a lot of like long, deep conversations like this. And the only reason I'm on this is because we were in the middle of one of these conversations. But we were on this big wall, and up on like one of our buddies was up on like a 32-foot ladder, and this guy had a nice deck. He paid like $14,000 for this deck. It was expensive. He's like, it's the like luxury. He owns like 5 houses because he owns a car
Jeez.
dealership. But he's like, whatever you do not get paint on this deck. Like, it will ruin. And we were using oil-based paint, so
Oh,
like
no.
you can't get it out. And our buddy was painting over the deck, and his ladder kicked out behind him, and all of a sudden I just hear bang, 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 bang. And his ladder's just sliding down the wall, and he's just grabbing on for dear life, and it hits the like a little outjet and a gutter, and it stops, and his bucket flies off. His bucket just goes all over the
deck.
all over it.
Mm.
And he's also got these these really nice like bushes that are trimmed like to perfection.
And they're
And
covered.
he's stuck up there, so he can't get down. All of us are like worried about him, but not really, because we're more worried about getting the paint off the deck.
Yeah.
So everyone's running and like spraying it down and like trying to scrape it off. And he's sitting there like, what do I do? And I think it was my brother, because I worked with my brother. He just yells, just jump off. And he like just rolls off and smacks and makes this like human print in the bush.
In the nicely trimmed bush.
Yeah. And we're sitting there, and it was awful because our boss would freak out, like
Yeah.
scream, freak out, like throw stuff and like.
And that was probably throwing stuff kind of day.
Well, no one wanted to call him right away because we're all like, who's gonna make the call?
Yeah,
Like, I'm
I
not making the
wouldn't.
call.
I would not
the
make
guy
that call.
the guy who messed up, he should have had to.
Yeah.
Like, he actually thought that we were like, he might get fired.
Yeah,
Like, it's a
it's-
very reasonable thing that he might get fired.
He was probably scared.
It's not even his fault though. Just the ladder fell out.
I mean, it was kind of his fault because like he kind of put like the ladder was on a very like sharp angle and on deck. It was like on top of a cloth that we put down to make sure you don't get paid on. So like there was a cloth and then the deck, and then like his ladder was on top of all of it. So it was like it just
slide out. Yeah.
But he didn't get fired. There was like
Really?
a fair amount of yelling.
Yeah.
I don't think the guy was very happy.
Obviously.
But
not.
yeah.
That's lucked out, I guess.
Yeah. So falling off ladders and stuff.
Jeez.
That's actually that's a funny story.
Cleaver, you got one?
I mean, if we're going to do work stories, I could tell a funny work story.
Sure.
Okay, so when I worked at Best Buy in high school, I worked in the PC department. Okay, we got a phone call.
Let's hear it.
I guess we'll take it. Hey, who do we got?
Hey, what's up? It's Jagger.
Oh, what's up, Jagger?
How's it going? Am I live right now or no?
Yeah,
You
you're live
are.
right now.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you guys all talked about. I tuned in a little late, but I heard this. I know it's not what you guys are talking about at all, but I heard one theory, and it was about pyramids on the moon. What do you guys think about that?
I have seen this one actually.
That's
yes.
a thing.
Have you?
Pyramids on the moon.
Yeah, pyramids on the moon.
Okay, we're doing a Google job
There are
right
pyramids
now.
on
Yeah,
the
no,
moon.
there's like pictures.
Explain it a little.
It's like so there's been no. What gets me is there's been no missions to the moon or plans to missions to the moon since the Apollos. And the last Apollo, I think, is when NASA first got the picture. So the theory started from NASA,
Okay.
which seems pretty legit.
I mean, it would make
Yeah.
sense if they're gonna if aliens are going to go to Earth and build pyramids, might as well stop at the moon.
yeah.
This one actually is like
right?
it's part of the like a larger one where it's like the whole reason we went to the moon is to like meet with aliens and like
Really?
talk with them, and then
Damn, yeah.
yeah,
Because like
and like that's why we didn't go
yeah,
back
I'm
after
looking
a
at these
certain amount of
photos,
time.
and these look like pyramids. Like
Yeah, I don't know. There's there's been people that have contrasted them and stuff. So like it's not like cut and pasted or whatever.
sure, yeah.
I
That's
don't know.
crazy.
Yeah, I've seen that one and like it's.
I would
think
believe
it's
it.
like that's the whole
I-
reason we went.
maybe.
It was like I think
To like meet
I don't
up.
remember the exact one, but it was like
Right.
I think it's like
No,
it's like an alien base or something, and we went there to like talk to them.
Hey,
And we were
here's
having
the-
like meetings with them.
Here's the thing: we never went
Right.
there, so.
Yeah. Well, see, there's the one thing. If we never went there, how we meet?
Schmitt, have you ever heard of this one? Pyramids on the moon.
No, but I do know that like the pyramids on Earth, so like Giza, and then I think there's like Mayan temples are kind of technically pyramids, but
Yeah.
they all form up to be like Orion's belt.
Yeah.
So,
star
like,
map.
Yeah, so maybe like pyramids are a huge part of aliens or some stuff like that.
Yeah, I've heard that, but it's always an
Yeah.
ancient aliens.
Yeah,
Watch
no,
enough of that.
everything goes back to Giza.
Yeah.
Like the temples, or like the records to Atlantis are supposed to be under like the Sphinx feet or something like
Dang.
that in this like chamber, but they haven't explored it yet.
That's crazy.
Oh
to be
my
Yeah,
honest.
there's a lot of crazy stuff.
You know, hearing all this really makes me want to go Indiana Jones. I'm not
Wanna
gonna
go fight
lie.
some Nazis.
After
Fight some
hearing all this
Nazis.
stuff, I really want to just take a man purse and head to where Giza, wherever these are, Egypt, and just start peeking around.
And open
Yeah,
the Ark
go-
of the Covenant.
Go mess around with some Nazis,
If I
slap
can-
them around a little bit.
Oh yeah, if I can find the map to Atlantis, I'm all in.
Go grab the crystal skull.
Those movies usually turn out pretty good. So,
Yeah, those
I
are
mean,
good.
if
I
I
like
just
the
bring a little
Indiana Jones
Asian
movie.
kid with me to be like,
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Cleaver,
Well, no.
Dr. Cleaver.
That's not the
No,
I don't know if we can.
that's not the Nazis. That's the Indians.
that's the Indians.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but I'm very
Blood magic.
intrigued
Yeah,
now
that's
in
a
doing
good
a
one.
little research.
Hey,
Yeah.
thanks for calling in, Jagger.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
sweet.
no
Thanks,
problem.
man.
I love the show, boys.
Hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Hey, see you later.
I'm not gonna lie. Indiana Jones might be a future path for me. Maybe
Just
I'll
gotta
just
get
try
your
to make as much
PhD.
money as I can by the time I'm like 45.
He's a real
And then I'll
smart
just
guy,
buy a bunch
yeah.
of books on
He-
pyramids, and then I'll just take all my retirement money.
here's the
Cleaver,
thing.
you would
Dump
go
it in
to
stock.
you would go to South America, get a tip from some tribesman just trying to make a quick buck, get lost in
Yeah.
the jungle, and we never find
Here's
you
the
again.
thing. Indiana Jones, he's a doctor. He's a professor.
Yeah.
You're
You're gonna be an archaeologist.
You're not an
See,
archaeologist.
what I see him doing is just having like a camera and doing what like Milk does. Just
Yeah.
traveling around, like breaking into stuff, trying to find the like. I am one chamber away from discovering aliens. and then just have it all on YouTube. You don't even you can drop out and do that. You just gotta document.
If you can market it.
I'll get Fletcher as my little Asian boy. Cleaver, right through this door. We gotta go, man. I'm telling you. Every time when I went to Mexico with Fletcher, it was it was like a mini Indiana Jones, but we were on the resort, just exploring the whole resort.
Except you're drunk.
Cleaver,
the whole time.
Cleaver. I know you didn't just compare your spring break trip to Mexico as a voyage from Indiana
Just
Jones.
because you were hammered
dude.
up tequila
Boys, you boys are gonna regret this one day when I have a
Thought he was-
golden skull in the map to
Thought he
Atlantis
was
and I talk to
cultured taking
Aquaman.
tequila shots with a Mexican bartender. He's
went to-
like, I'm just exploring.
Sayulita, and you took a couple tequila shots. He took a double shot, and he gave you a
Yeah, and
gold coin.
I
and
walked
it's
through
a
some
lucky
caves
gold
and I
coin.
saw some cave scriptings. No,
On
there
a
weren't
guided tour.
There
with
weren't
like 30
any, no,
other
there weren't
people.
any there, but
You
I
found
like
a
to
beer
pretend
can,
there were.
and you thought it was the crystal skull.
The golden Tecate.
I can see him just going through stuff and just being broke, and then he just has to hustle at a local bar, and then he'll just be visiting tourists and stuff.
You'll
People
become
come
an
through.
urban legend. They'll be like, this guy came looking for
the White Devil.
This guy came looking for some jewels.
Every
and he's
time a
been here
tourist comes,
drunk
I'm
in
like,
this
I'm
bar
telling
ever
you, man.
since.
I'm telling you, for $100, I can show you the eighth wonder of the world.
He's
And some drunk guy's like, I
Jones.
guess I'm in. I'm like, that's tacos and beer for the week. Just take him out into the jungle, show him a dead jaguar carcass
You
or
would not
something.
be able to find a dead
I don't
jaguar.
think you'll find
Just
that.
find a dead carcass of an animal, whatever. Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's funny.
you got your bedtime story, or
Yeah.
Well, Schmitt, say what you wanted to say.
Well, I was just gonna wrap up with
Yeah.
you could easily do that. All you got to say is I found it, and Egypt will confiscate it if I make it attraction. So I got to do everything black market
That's
Yeah.
until you find a buyer.
Get a buyer.
Very easy to convince people. A lot
Nicolas
of
Cage buys a lot of
Yeah.
stuff. Actually.
well, think about it. A
Like in real life.
lot of
Yeah.
people would be scared if you're a tourist
He's
in
a freak, so.
Egypt and stuff.
Have you guys ever seen that movie where they're they have to ride the raft and they go deep into the jungle days
Oh yeah,
and
Land
days?
of the Lost.
No,
Land of the
not-
Lost
it's
is
not
hilarious.
that
I
one.
love that.
But
Will
that's actually
Ferrell.
true. If I just walk around in a crocodile hunter outfit with some khaki top and khaki shorts and have a half decent gun and a machete, I could pull off some
Kangaroo
investors.
Jack.
I'd be like the Fire Festival
Okay.
recruiter of gold.
Nicolas Cage. This was in 2015. He
Dang.
had a Tyrannosaurus Rex skull, and apparently it was stolen from Mongolia or something, and he agreed to return it because he's like, I'm not gonna.
That would be sick.
It was
to have
stolen
in
from
your
the Gobi Desert in Mongolia.
I will pay good money to fund a TV show with Cleaver and Nicolas Cage, literally searching for lost treasure all over, taking random tips from just crackheads all over different cities.
You guys
and just
would be
see where
like-
it takes you.
We're just in the New York subway, so we're like, so where's the best chili dog? This guy's like, I'll tell you what. You give me a couple bucks, I'll tell you where the best chili dog is. And then Nicolas Cage is like, don't mess around. I like a good chili dog.
You
Give
guys
the guy
wouldn't
$5
make it past the pilot
Yeah,
episode.
good luck convincing Nicolas Cage to do that
That's
show.
the series finale. Okay,
your
so
bedtime
back to my
story?
bedtime
Yeah.
story. Yeah, so I was working at Best Buy, and I was in the PC department. And, working retail, it's horrible. You work with just the people come in and they treat you horrible. They hate you. They know you're making under $10 an hour. They're just mean. So I have this old lady come in.
Hold on. Did you say $110 an hour? Or did
No,
you say
under
$10.
10
Oh,
bucks.
under
Under
10.
10 bucks.
Okay.
I think
Man,
I
I
was
was
making
about
like
to say, Best
$9.50,
Buy's
$10
killing
bucks.
it.
No, so this old lady comes in and she was just crotchety. I don't know if menopause was striking late or what. She comes in and she's like, "Where are the flash drives?" And I just wasn't feeling it that day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Oh, you go all the way to the back right corner and they're on the bottom shelf." And she's like, "Good." Walks away. So I find she had like a perm, big
Yeah.
perm, so I could see her hair bumping. She walks, and in the back corner was the bathroom. So she just walks to the bathrooms in the clearance section, which is like 175 size flasks, like keyboards that have never been bought. It's
Yeah.
just a maze back there. So she's looking around through it, and you can just see her getting more and more mad. And then I see her go up to another worker and goes, "Where's the manager?" And they're like, "Oh, manager," they get the manager.
Yeah.
And then she goes up to the manager, "Where's the flash drives?" He's like, oh, I'm sorry. I'll be happy to show you where they are. And there was like a thing where it stood up in the middle of the store, but it was on the other side. So you couldn't see it unless you were behind it.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there laughing. And the manager walks up, shows her right where the flash drives are. She scans the store, locks eyes with me. I thought I was going to turn to stone.
Did you have your blonde highlight hair in?
No, I didn't have blonde hair at the time.
That would have been great.
Not so Slim
Backstreet's
Shady.
back, Striker again with that.
Not so slim.
I'm like, yeah, so, and then she gets the flash drive. It just stares me down, checks out, and just stomps out of the store.
Yeah.
It was one of the funniest
So
things
you
I've
brought
ever
it
done at
up
work.
on yourself.
No, because it was
but she
funny.
was
I
being-
purposely made her waste 20 minutes when I was standing, and when she asked me, I was standing on the other side of the flash
'Cause
drive,
she was
so they were
making such
under
a fuss.
foot. Yeah.
Yeah.
She walks in like she was the president of the United States,
I don't
most
blame
important
you.
person in the world, and I'm like, no, just
I don't blame you. No,
it was
hated
horrible.
that.
Best
Yeah.
Buy, dude. I had a guy come in once. There was the two craziest things, two other things. I had one lady come in. She was about 40 years old, so like our
Yeah.
parents' age.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, so yeah, I need to download some music, so I need a DVD. And I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, yeah, you know how music's on DVDs and movies are on CDs? Do you not understand that? Are you stupid? And I just look at her, and I'm just like, I've lost all faith in humanity. Like in my head, I'm just thinking like, this is the stupidest person I've ever met. But I don't know.
mean,
And I
a
couldn't be mean
DVD.
to her because, I'm going to get fired. So I'm just like, okay. I just look at her and I'm like, pick up the CDs. I'm like, this is a CD. This is what you put music on. See how it says how many songs it can hold? And on the inside, you can write the song names.
Yeah.
Hand it to her, grab a DVD. I'm like, this is a movie. It's on a DVD. That's what that is. And she just looked like so just shocked and just so sad because she had went 40 years of her life thinking.
I mean, she grew up in a different era,
Yeah,
so
but still.
She still had what DVDs have been out since
And
2000.
The thing is, she was so passionate about it.
look, dude,
So passionate.
my mom
So-
still doesn't know
she
how
made.
to work
She said
iTunes,
you are
so-
stupid, and I said.
She said you
I
were
was
stupid.
like, that's where it's just wrong. The
Yeah.
worst thing I ever had though, and this wasn't even bad. It was just mind blowing to me. I had an old man come in. He was probably like 65 years old. And comes up to me. He's like, I need a computer, whatever. I get him a computer. And then I'm like, okay, sir, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to need to set up an email. And he looks at me. He's like, what is that? And I'm like,
No.
email. So that's where you can type a message and you send it to someone else and it pops up on their computer. He's like, wait, really?
How old is this guy?
65, maybe. Senior citizen, grandpa age. He's like, really? I'm like, yeah, you can type and send like this how that works. He's like, really? Like amazed. This guy didn't know the concept of an email.
If I've
That's
gotten
crazy.
anything,
And I'm
out of
trying to
this-
sell him a computer.
Why is he buying a computer?
People, do you realize what my day
If
was
I've gotten
every day?
anything out of the story, it's Cleaver should not work in retail where he has to educate.
Yeah.
Because you know what?
older
Every time
generations. He
I would
just-
be fine. The people that are nice, I'm fine. But the people that come in and just are mean, it's so hard because I want to just roast them, but I can't because every day I risk losing my job for it.
Yeah, you just shouldn't work retail. I think.
I know that's why I don't anymore. And you know what the sad thing is? Last place I worked was Jimmy John's, and I saw even stupider people, and I worked with
Yeah.
even stupider people.
Because at Jimmy John's, all they're ordering is a sub. They're not buying a computer.
No, they're getting
fair.
their what is the biggest sub at Jimmy John's?
I don't know. You guys have botched my sandwiches multiple times before, so
It's
fair.
horrible. I don't
and
work
it's
there
only
anymore. I hate it.
mayonnaise, roast beef, lettuce. That's it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
know. It was
no
horrible.
tomatoes.
They
never
couldn't fix
tomatoes.
that. They
Never
couldn't fix
tomatoes.
I tried to toast my sandwich in the oven there, and I would get scolded for it. They're like, "We don't make hot subs here." I'm like, "There's nobody here. We
You work
closed."
there, yeah.
They're like, "We don't do that." So I would literally have to go SEAL Team 6 to make my subs hot.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Why do
going
you
on.
have a toaster if you can't toast? your
Yeah,
meat?
why
It's
is it
no,
even
it's just to
there?
make the bread. Like that's what they
Oh,
cook the
okay.
bread in, but
Yeah.
only the bread. I'm like, it literally is an oven.
Get over
It's
it.
an oven.
Yeah. Schmitt, you got a story?
Schmitt, what do you got?
It can be anything. It doesn't have to be work. You're a special guest.
This isn't the story, but just to cap off Jimmy John's.
Okay.
I got food poisoning from there
Yeah.
in their hometown.
yeah, that was a
and,
big thing.
Also, my buddy got yelled at for doing the same toaster thing, but he ate his sub and he said it was delicious. So
Sandwich Nazis.
It probably is
Jeez.
really
Like,
good toasted.
it's they're all about
Really?
being freaky fast, and it's like sometimes the place is dead, and there's 6 people working there, trying to be super fast and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Throw my damn sub in the oven.
Yeah.
I'll
Yep.
tip you 3
Yep.
extra bucks.
Yeah.
I don't care.
That'd be good.
I'll bribe you.
I can imagine that'd be very good. Cleaver's
be
giving
crazy.
the okay on it. Yeah, he's a fan.
All right.
Better than Subway says.
So, what stories do I have to I don't want to be work related.
No, do
You
anything.
can do anything just as long as you didn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
I can do
if you don't want
like
to do a
a
confession.
And yeah, and don't call. We had a call in about cocaine one time, so please refrain.
Yeah,
from
we
cocaine
did have a
rules.
Yeah.
cocaine reference. That was not okay.
Pablo Escobar happens calling. Yeah. You know, I
Yeah,
think,
skiing.
I think I'm gonna do a gender neutral one. So
Okay.
So I literally was drinking my coffee. all
Yeah.
right? And then I was just like, all right, I got like 10 minutes before my class. So I go up to like the 3rd floor where there's like gender neutral bathroom, which is pretty much a closet to yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's so nice. And then like you go in, lock the door, and then I did my business, and then like, but wait, there's more. Like you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So finish my business.
I like that.
And then
tiptoeing.
So then I'm like washing my hands, and I'm like, okay, my bad, I screwed up. So after the first like time I like did my business, I stood up, it flushed. Then I finished my business, went to go wash my hands, it still didn't flush. So I was like, okay, now I know there's people that do dump and runs. Like that is the most disgusting thing ever. Is when you go into like a toilet.
Oh yeah,
You don't
like,
use
the
it.
sneaky
Yeah.
surprise just waiting. You're just like, oh.
Yeah,
If
it's
there's
like,
two,
who
you
is
don't.
it?
Yeah.
Like I get if like you rocked a huge monster one, and you just like I want people to see it. Yeah, like I want people to see it. No, just flush that. No one's impressed.
Yeah.
No one cares that you ate a Thanksgiving dinner on a Tuesday weekday night. Like, all right.
Okay,
Yeah.
but hold on, I got it. But you know when you walk in and someone's done it, and you like your buddies, you tap them, and you're like, dude, go. You gotta go.
Yeah.
Check that
You
out.
always make
You're
them
always
check it
like,
out.
you gotta
Check
go
that
through the same pain I just went through.
You have to showcase it, especially if it's a big one. You're like, how did that come out of anybody?
Remember in high school, Gruna, one of our friends, Zach Gruna, I don't know how he did it, but the kid took the biggest dumps, lining the toilet dumps. And of course, we would get Snapchats. It's like every 2 days.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you eating that is producing this? Like, these are massive.
Do you remember Kyler?
Kyler, same thing.
He
Yeah,
would take
both
the
of them.
videos. He
Yeah.
Oh, that's the worst.
so funny.
No, you don't even want to know, dude. It's
Okay.
disgusting. Like my Snapchat should literally like. I get reverse dump videos. I don't know.
Yeah, reverse
I don't know how he bends his arm to take.
Yeah,
It's horrible.
that was Kyler.
It's
That was a
almost as if
special.
like he's having like a photographer or someone
Yeah,
else
he-
who's taking these.
he
These
would
are
hold it
disgusting.
At a great
Yeah,
angle.
yeah,
It's
great
beautiful.
angle. I'll be sitting in class and just like a decently attractive chick sitting next to me. I go through my group chat, reverse dump videos.
all you
I
see,
gotta drop the class. It's horrible.
All you see, toilet, bare butt.
Yeah,
Suck right
reverse.
in. You're like,
It was just
what?
like, like, come on, just a
terrible.
straight.
That's a crime,
poop, Yeah,
dude.
a
I
straight
think
poop
That's
video is
public
horrible
enemy
enough.
number
he
one
mass
right
he
there.
mass Snapchatted that
Yeah.
to like at least 50 people. 'cause,
Everyone's
like,
seen it.
everyone got it, and everyone's like,
Doing something wrong.
Yeah, it's like,
What?
now I'm gonna throw up. Like, if you're eating food, that meal is ruined. It's horrible.
it
It's
was like
toxic.
it was like 1:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Everyone's
You're-
like, what are you doing?
Yeah, okay. So
Your story.
So I
Yep.
get back to
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
I realize I'm gonna be like a poop bandit, I guess, because I don't think I can say the S word on here.
Yeah, let's
so we
not.
got to keep it, like, PBS appropriate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, there's 2 minutes left till my class starts. I got one or two options. I got to try to flush this thing, or I just got to do a dump and go. So I go over because I'm like, I got to make an attempt. So I'm like literally waving my hand in front of it, sitting back down, and then right next to it was like these two buns. It was a red and a green one, and I like put my fingers on them. Nothing. So I'm like, like I just got to roll the dice here. Like, come on, boys. Like, please, come on. Don't
Roll
have
the
it someone
dice.
that's in my class. So I open up the door, stroll out, and I see this like cute girl sitting across the wall from me or whatever, like posted up.
Oh,
And as soon as I like stepped out, she grabbed her backpack, and I'm like, nope.
Did you just close the door?
Did you run?
I would just close the door back right away. I
I'm
just
not-
went back in.
No, that's gonna make it look like I just dropped off a bomb. Well, I kind of did. I kind of did.
You did.
I kind of
Just
did.
drop the Moab in
Yeah.
there.
So I keep on walking, and then like to the right to go, and then like I'm looking in my peripheral vision. I'm like, no, please don't go straight. Please turn. Please turn. Please turn. Walked right into it. I literally felt so guilty. I was smiling though. Like
You
this
should have sprinted.
Yeah.
I would have started sprinting.
No.
Just
Yeah.
like get out of there.
She would have known.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
like,
scared.
what happened?
I'm scared because she's gonna immediately walk in and get hit with the smell. All right, and then she's gonna be like, "Wow, what a pig!" And then get to the toilet, and then she's like, "What the fuck?" Like
She-
who- I knew that kid. And then like, I hope she like couldn't find out how to like. Okay, I actually found out a few days later that you gotta fully push the buttons like they're ready. So I feel operator. There should be a manual in there. All right,
on the wall.
These futuristic toilets are. What happened to the old like flushy handle?
Yeah,
thing?
it's a handle.
Yeah, you can literally just like kick that. You don't even have to like get your hands dirty.
Yeah, that's what I do.
It's like an amazing thing. But so I'm worried that there's gonna be like a wanted poster for like for like a gender neutral like bathroom terrace for like my dump and go.
It's just gonna have your description. And it's gonna have a picture of the turd.
$100 award for the poop bandit. Yeah.
That's why I just think it would be hilarious. Like he said, just to imagine the girl walking in. Like imagine her leaning over the toilet, just punch it at the. She's like, it won't flush. What is going? She is so disgusted. She's like, why won't this flush? I guarantee she left. She's no way she stayed there and finished the job.
Worst thing would be though if she got it to flush, she'd just think he's lazy and just left the turd for her. That's the principle. It's the principle of it. Yeah.
That's just.
It's just a dumb blonde. She's like, I don't know. Just takes a poop. I don't know how to finish it either. Next thing you know, there's just a poop mountain.
Nagasaki.
She is a brunette, so my odds are not good.
No.
And so I think
that's unfortunate.
You want one more?
Yeah, give a quick one. Yeah.
All right.
Special.
I was gonna
guest.
do a little something on Nipsey Hussle. Like, okay. So this is a tribute, R.I.P. to him.
Yeah.
Great guy. But so his shooter, because if we found out today who it was, and on my news feed on Twitter, it's a very reliable source. The president owns it. But it turns out it was like the shooter of Nipsey Hussle was fellow Crip. I can't say the S word, but it was the S word. We're going to use, Schmitty Cuz, all right?
Schmitty
So
Cuz.
his name is Schmitty Cuz, but it's not actually Schmitty Cuz. We're just keeping it PG.
Drop the M.
Yes. So it's Schmitty Cuz. And a.k.a. Flying Mac, a.k.a. Eric Holder. Like, you couldn't start with his, first name. Like, okay, how did this guy get his two nicknames? Well, I have, one nickname at most, all right? And how would you get Flying Mac and Schmitty Cuz? I feel like he got him from, a burger at McDonald's that he, dropped off to, gangsters. And one of the gangsters took a bite. He was like, this is a Flying Mac. And the other one's like, nah, let me see. Takes a bite. Nah, this Schmitty, cuz. They look at the waiter like, those are your nicknames. And you're going to shoot a legend. And he's like, damn, I guess so. So he was a snitch, so screw him.
That's what happens when you're a Crip, I guess.
It reminds me of the scene from Animal House where he just drops the pebble in his hand. He goes, flounder.
Oh.
It's like, flounder. What?
There's literally no, why? Any white guy, they're starting the news story with his name. Simple as that. Any white guy's you know how complex white guy last name gets? Nicknames get? Last name. My nickname, Cleaver. Schmitt. Noah. Rummel. Or Rummel, Sam Brink. That's as complex as it gets with white guys. It's just your last name and you say it enthusiastically.
I think we all go by
Rum Dog Millionaire in the streets. Though.
Rum Dog Millionaire. Good Lord.
See,
I never want to hear
I'm
that.
Ethan Schmitt, so I get Schmitty or whatever. But this guy's literally name is Eric Holder. That sounds like the backup punter at BYU.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I can get his stupid nickname.
He's a Mormon for sure.
But they announced it first before his actual name. It's come on, dude. Twitter is horrible. But I'll think of another story in the meantime. You guys do some more. I don't know. Sam, do you got a story?
Not really.
No?
To be honest.
We're just gonna. That's a good one to end on.
Yeah,
Shitty Cuz.
honestly.
Yeah.
Fly Mac.
Fly Mac, Shitty Cuz. That's what you
Hey.
gotta do. Hey,
Good
so
show.
that's gonna be the week, guys. We hope you liked it. Big news. We were able to record it with video, so we're gonna test that out. Check out the YouTube channel, Hot Takes. Videos are up there right now. It's just audio though. Hopefully we can get up the video with us actually in it.
We're also trying to get this golf outing together.
Yeah, we
probably
are.
for probably first week of May, I want to say. That would probably
We'll
be
see.
the only time we could do it.
And
But
then,
first week of May, let us know interest. Email me, text me, something.
Yeah,
Just let us know.
Big shout out to our special guest, the greaseball from the
Oh,
Dirty
yeah.
Saw, Ethan Schmitt.
Thank you. Go follow me on YouTube or subscribe or whatever. It's Khaki Man 21. I'm thinking about for my next open mic, I might just go dressed full khaki.
Interesting.
Yeah, gonna be greasy. Hey, give me the 50 subscribes or whatever. I'll drop my first open mic where I make a Catholic priest joke and an incest joke. So thank you guys. I'm blessed to have you.
If you guys are into stand-up comedy, and you're in the Eau Claire area, Ethan does open mics, so definitely check him out. He's got good stuff going for him. So thanks again for listening.
Yeah. Follow the
check
Twitter.
out Twitter, we will be posting the Osama bin Laden montage tonight. Check out the YouTube, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend.
See you next week.